¿Qué onda, way? Aquí estamos a Mexico. Welcome to Luca the podcast. And as you know, we dig into the story of incredible people from hospitality. And today we have a special guest here in Mexico. Has been a journalist, has been a brand ambassador, and now is the co-founder of Handshake Speakeasy. His name is Rodrigo Urraca. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having you here. And it's been really interesting to discover who you are, what you've been doing. I don't know you. It's the first time we met. And actually it's been like, I feel like I know you since always. I have to be honest with you. Half an hour we are here chatting and
Yeah.
I feel it. And,
It feels really easy going, you know?
Yes, I love it. I love the Mexican feeling and style that you are giving me. But usually this podcast is start from the beginning. And what I wanted to know, you've been many things in your life. We know who you are today, but we'd like to understand a bit more how your dream began to be a journalist, and also like, how you develop your career throughout the years.
Well, my dream was to be a football player, but it couldn't happen.
Well,
I was going to play with Messi, but it couldn't happen. So.
Look, you are not Argentina, mate. Like in Mexico, you play football or you're a boxeo, yeah?
Yeah.
All right?
That's true.
So tell me a little bit about your past.
My past, I used to be a journalist. Well, I studied communication. Of course, when I was young, I don't know what I'm going to be in my life. I have no
What
idea.
makes you feel passionate about communication?
Because it was too open. You don't know where to go, what to do at that age. 18 years old, and you have to choose your career. So I have no idea what I want to eat for the afternoon. So how I'm going to choose my life right now, no? It was really hard for me. So there was a woman that is a writer that is called Ángeles Mastretta. And she told me about this career. I was like, wow, it's really open. So you can make many different things. You can radio, television, newspapers, or you can work inside of a company. Okay. I'm getting tired really easy of the things like this. So that would be a really open thing that I can do. So that's how I started making communication. I went to a TV program of, it's called Vas o No Vas with Boletazo. So you can win money over there. And I win the program. So I won the program. So it was so crazy.
Wow.
So
Caramba,
crazy.
how they say, right? You grown up here in Mexico City. You are from Mexico City?
I'm from Mexico City. Yeah. I'm the worst Mexican because I don't like tacos. I don't like spicy things. I'm always on time, as you can see it.
Like when you said I will be there at 10 o'clock, I was like, okay.
Let's see the Mexican time at what time, no?
11 minimum. So you don't like tacos, you are on time, you're from Mexico City, and you start to study communication. And you want a TV program.
Yeah.
Okay. How old you were at the time?
How, sorry?
Old.
How old? When I won the program, I was like 24, 25. I just finished my career of communication in that moment. I went to this program, I won it, and at that moment said, I can do this even though for free in my whole life. Be careful what you say, because I got hired by the company and I got paid just the less salary they can pay for me. And then I say, fuck, why you say that to the universe? And I become a journalist at that point at TV Azteca, which is the second TV company in the country. So that's how everything started. And I was there for 5 years at least.
What you were doing in specific?
Many things, any news that were happening. I went to hurricanes. Also, I used to have a section over there that was blaming and making jokes of the government because, making a tramit in Mexico is really hard to do it. So I was complaining about, okay, you want to make this tramit? And I showed how to make the tramit. And at some point you arrived to the dependents over there, to the office, and they were eating. Say, hey, I'm come here to make the tramit. Yeah, wait me, I'm having breakfast. Guys, it's time of work, not for having breakfast. So I was complaining all the time. So it was a really funny, like, comedian part.
I think it was really easy to make it work.
Yeah, it was really easy for me.
They will give you the ground, to do it. It was really easy, And what you were passionate about communication, that it really make you feel like, doing it for that period of time. I mean, you did it 5 years. You must be driven.
It was really nice to be a journalist because all the days was a different story that you don't have a schedule all the time. Okay, 9 a.m. arrive, then you have 15 minutes of break to set your things, then you have to go to the office, meeting. It was, all the days were really different. And you can go to a really nice news or really hard news. So the part was, for me, was amazing.
Can we say that you are a storyteller?
Maybe.
And I will say yes. And, and what it means for you, storytelling?
Storyteller is one who can sell. Yeah, I am a storyteller. Sorry. When I was into, yeah,
so
I can sell you wind with. I can sell you air with. Okay, look, this air is amazing. You need the air because you know why I'm saying that, because I used to work also later on to a company that was called Groupon, Grupalia. I don't know if you know these companies. They don't sell any product. They just sell a lot of emails, and I was the manager of that company, and I sell a lot of this. So yeah, I'm a solitaire. Sorry about it.
Yeah, so you are a full storyteller. So what it means for you, storyteller, and what it means for you, storytelling.
A storyteller is the one who can make a story for you with nothing around. He can create a story for you. I think Jordan helped me a lot to make this. And story telling over there is someone other guy can make the story for you, and you just tell it about it.
Okay, really simple and straightforward, which is good. Well, you had your career as a journalist first,
Yeah.
and then at some point you switch. You work for a really well-known brand, Torres, as a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us like how the switch came across and why did you start to look into that industry?
No, better than. Nah, I'm just joking. Yeah, of course. As all the good stories, it starts with a heartbreaking story. I used to work I was staying at TV Azteca. And then one day my girlfriend woke up and said, I'm done with this. And in that moment, my life changed 360%. I lose the job. I lose the girlfriend. I lose the girl who was my boss. They changed for another one, and this girl doesn't like me. So all the days was a nightmare. Really hard to be going to the job. And then my best friend called me and said, "What you doing? How's going? Everything? I need to switch." And then my new boss arrived with a great proposal and said, I have a great proposal for you. I don't need you anymore as a reporter, and I will need you like help me for something else. And I was not growing in the organization. I was going down. So I cannot do this. I'm going down. So you say, I'm leaving. Thank you very much. So my best friend heard about this, and he invited me to be part of a company that's called Red Bull. And then I'm a really timid guy. I don't like to be outside. I don't like, in that moment especially, I don't like to be outside. In that moment, I don't drink anything because I'm really spiritual. Your body's a temple. Anytime you drink alcohol, you're getting intoxicated. So it was really, really different.
we know the story. we know the story. We know the story.
So now I'm 43 years old. I started drinking at 33 years old. So I just started 10 years before to drink. So, but how this started, I was like 26 years old when I changed my career, 28, something like this. And I was really depressed. I was so depressed that all my hair fell down. Just to have an idea, like in 1 month I lose my hair.
I believe so.
I crashed 4 times in 1 month. I lost the job, I lost the girls, so I was really depressed. And then this guy arrived and they give me the opportunity to work at Red Bull. And I said, fuck, I hate this work. I have to be in an office, doing these things, going to nightclubs, to bars. I don't even drink. So it was really hard to me starting a work that you don't like it, that you don't get passionate at that moment. And there's a lot of nice people working over there, but also there are horrible people working there. They make you feel like, wow, I'm nobody in the life. So it was a really hard starting. But I'm really happy and grateful with Red Bull because it showed me like a different part of the world. And I love my job. It's really fun. Um, they opened my mind because maybe when you start your first job, you're like this. You haven't seen anything around. So the only thing I know in the world is journalist. So I think this was the best thing. But when I start working in a different part, wow, the world is not only one company. So I got one great lesson from this. That is that the company is not yours. And I always say this to the guys of Handshake, guys, don't stay more than 4 years with us because the company is mine. Use me like a I don't know how to say it, trampoline in
As
English.
an opportunity to grow
Exactly, use it
and
to
then
grow.
to grow to the next stage of your life,
Yeah, so
as you did.
exactly.
Lead by my example. That's probably what you
Guys,
wanted to say.
I gave my life to a TV company, and they just use me. And when I was not fun enough, they take me out, and they keep the company.
It must have been really like strong for you,
Really strong.
because I know the feeling. I dedicated myself to many things and I've been full on. And sometimes, like in life, you're like, I need a change. And
Yeah.
that change, as you said, is open your mind, but he also give you the opportunity to see something more out there.
Yeah.
And we give it for granted that all we have is all we can see. But it's not like this.
Exactly.
Life is like a canvas. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And myself, to support what you're saying, I think I'm proving this every day to myself. And that's what gives me the power to keep on going. And your words are really felt it, don't they're not just whatever, like it's really felt it. And so pleased that you had this opportunity. And I wanted to understand, so you work for Red Bull as a group, and then they assign you to work for Torres as an ambassador in Mexico, in the region of Latin America. How did that thing
So
start to develop?
Torres put me Red Bull showed me the on-trade world. So I was say I'm really grateful because they explained me how it works, because Red Bull is a company that was built on the on-trade part. So they're 8 steps ahead of everyone. So wow, these guys. So they teach me how to work over there. Later on, I left the company because I want to pray for the world peace in India, because I need to find myself again. And then I come back to Mexico. I worked for different companies, and the guy who was working with hand to hand to me on Red Bull, on trade, he told me, "Hey, I just entered to a company that's called Bodegas La Negrita, which is importer of Torres here in Mexico." And I started working and being myself over there. So this guy told me, "Guys, these guys think that only with money you can make things. Come to the company and show them how making creative things you can build great things." And they invite me to be part of Torres as a brand ambassador. And at the beginning, I don't like Torres Brandy, because in Mexico is used to be a great brand. It's still been a great brand. It sells used to sell like 1 million boxes here in Mexico. When I left the company, it was number 3 on sales in Mexico. But I think they don't know how to communicate the things. So brandy, you can say it. Who think that a brandy brand now is fun? Okay, the silence say everything. So it's true.
2 hours later.
Exactly. So that's the thing. And I'm really trustful with everything. So guys, let's accept that we're boring. Let's change this part. Let's change our communication. Just start making different things, making the brand cool. So at some point, the bartenders started loving Torres Brandy because it was a cool and fun thing to make things with us. And that's how everything started. We have something crazy behind Torres.
I had a feeling that you have been the spark of the brand in the way how you describe it. And this is because of your spirituality that you cultivating, because in between your overstory, Mexico back, you said about India. Is it something that probably is connected to that? And would you like to tell us more about the fact that you practice your spirituality in different parts of the world?
I saw in some point that talking by myself, and I see it in many people also, we usually don't know ourselves, and we don't know how to be with ourselves. So we were teach, okay, you have to grow, go to the school, have a job, write a book, have a kid, and then your life is done. Ciao. Say, guys. And what happened if I want to travel around the world? Later, I want to go to the school. Why you cannot change the order of this? So when I left TV Azteca, I see that I have no life. My life was just working, and my universe was that. So when I lose the job, fuck, I'm nobody. So I got more depressed and more depressed. So I need to find myself. And I remember there was a girl who was teaching me. He told me about he went to India, and his father got touched by a monk on the head, and he got something that is called diksha by the Wanders University, and he couldn't move for 1 week. I said, "Come on, that's not true." And when I lose the way or the path of my life, I remember the story that Regina told to me, and I started follow. I was looking myself, so I go to all the spiritual things. I go to see every single thing of spiritual things. Okay, I go to meditation with with an alien. Okay, I need to go there. I'm going to the Buddhist temple. I'm going there. I'm going to Christian with the Christians. Okay, I'm going there. So I was like touching all the religions I can find until I find the Buddhism. I was the one that get more involved. And in some point I said, okay, I need to find myself and I need to leave everything around. So I left my job. I sold my car, and my life become a 15 liters backpack and my credit card. If I lose any of those things, I got fucked.
Well, it seems to be the result. It come out really good. So I will advise everybody out there to get your 50-liter backpack and credit card, and eventually, there is something you can discover out there. So I just super clear because I like it, and I can perceive certain things in the discussion that we are bringing on the table. And so you work for Torres, you find yourself, and it seems to be you put yourself in a place where you find the energy to spark something into whatever has been the brand that you wanted to work on. So you felt excited, and I guess you've been traveling a lot around the world.
Yes.
Right? And I've been a brand ambassador. I know the feeling, and it's good, but it's not good sometimes. but honestly, let's be honest with everybody. We like the fact that we are in a hotel all the time. We like that little thing, the restaurant and whatever.
It's super cool.
It's super cool, yes. But now I would like just to give a little bit of hint, okay? And then we're gonna dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Your place, which is the world best bar right now, is called Handshake. Unfold that for me. Handshake, why, and who are your partner, and who is taking care of what?
All right. How does Handshake started? So I started working for Torres Brandy. As I was saying, Brandy is not cool. I don't want to work over there. But there's things that put me inside of the brand. That this is a familiar brand. They have been working for several years. My father left me, and my stepfather was from Catalonia. So the company is from Catalonia, from Spain. So I said, okay, I can do it because the guy who saved my life or support me is from Catalonia. So I will do this for Torres Brandy. Then when I was at Torres, I was seeing Jose Luis Leon on the 50 Best Awards on the video. I said, wow, I admire a lot these guys of Limantour. How they made it, how they put a bar inside of the list. I always had admired Limantour. It's a great bar. They always had put Mexico on the top of everything. They were the first one who raised the hand over, hey, here's Mexico.
We love
it. I love them. So I would say that I was taking my hat with Limantour, so I don't have any wrong things to talk about them. Only good things because I admire them a lot. And when I was seeing Jose Luis over there say, how they managed to get invited to the best parties in the world, and then the camera moves, say, a sponsorship by Torres Brandy. Fuck, I'm a stupid guy. I need to read more about my company. Okay.
You click.
Yeah, so next morning, call to Torres, say, hey guys, do you think I'm the principal brand ambassador? I say 1 million boxes. I'm the principal market of Torres. Do you think next year I can go to the ceremony? And they say, yes. We have an idea. You should bring 2 of your best clients. So we push the market. What a great idea. In that moment, I invite Marcos Di Batista, who was my best client. So we were at the ceremony, and Marcos was saying me, Rodri, how it would feel to win an award like this? I have no idea, Marcos. And then we built a bar. If we built a bar with which money, guy? I'm a brand ambassador. I'm not an investor. No, 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 no. Don't take me wrong. You don't understand. I don't want any money from you. I want your contacts, how you manage your public relations. If you tell me that you will manage the public relations of the bar, I will give you for free the 10%. All right?
Your know-how is worth money.
Exactly.
That's what we need to share with people out there. They think that it's only money to be put in. It's not. What you know and learn over the years is so valuable to certain people that eventually become your partner, your friends, your investors, whatever.
Exactly. Because they don't know how to do it. So they need you. And I need them. So
it's work for everybody.
Exactly.
And so that we give you the 10% and then?
And then why it's called handshake? Because we don't have a contract behind. It's just a handshake. Okay, I trust on you. You trust on me. Handshake. That's how the name of Handshake started. And that's how the magic started on that moment. So that was 2019. 2018 was the ceremony. I think it was the 2nd or the 3rd of October. And on January 26, Marcos has built the bar.
January 26, 2019.
19. So like this.
Super
4
fast.
months. So, wow. He has it on mind to build the bar. He has seen the place he want to make it. He was looking for the talented. So at that moment, we
scouting the team. How important is to have a team that it doesn't overlap? Not just knowledge, but the know-how. Like having different people, different talent that they make the team win.
Not only
how important it is.
Not only the team, the business partners. There's come a story behind. So the story behind is that we used to be 6 different partners at that moment at that handshake. So we want the most great bar inside of Mexico City, so different, so cool. Okay, let's build it on Presidente Masaryk, which after the 5th Avenue in New York, I think is the most expensive avenue in whole Latin America. Okay, so we used to be 6 partners. 2 guys from Israel, 2 guys from Mexico, 2 guys from Argentina. Different vision, different way of seeing things.
Culture.
Okay, let's do it. So the guys of Israel, they used to have different business. They used to have nightclub. So they want to sell bottles. They don't want to sell cups. The vision is so different. Of course, the relation got broken because they want money in a bottle with money on cups. So we have to split from them. Then there was a Mexican guy who used to work with us. And also this guy stole money from Marcos. He robbed us. We take it out. And then there was...
At that time, you were saying that you were in Polanco.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was version 1 and shake.
Yeah.
Right? Polanco. Many members, different culture.
Yeah.
Out.
Then... Yeah, now we keep 3 of us. All right? So funny story, if you see our anniversary, we put this year was 4.6. And people ask me, why 4 years, 6 months? No, guys. 4 years with Eric, 6 years from Polanco. So we celebrate both.
That's how it worked out for you.
So it counts because it's part of the history. So also we love to be different. It's not our year 1, year 2. No, it's 1.2, 3. So it's funny also.
And you look after the communication. And what Marco look after, and the name of the third partner is?
At that moment was, I prefer to skip the name of that guy who used to work over there, but Eric was not on the equation at that moment. It was another Argentinian guy. So pandemic arrives, he has some difference with Marcos, so we decided to take it out also. So we only stay at that moment, Marcos and myself. The guys who started the question, how we would feel to 1 hour like this? And okay, we have nothing. We lose the location. We lose the bar. We only keep the name because the guys from Israel were the owners of the land over there. So we lose the bar. Say fuck, we're really fuck it. And then pandemic arrives, so we lose the team. So everything we're getting wrong. So sometimes when you lose, you win. At that moment, Eric arrived to Mexico. He was in a different project, and in that project, he got bankrupt. And I say, it's not the fault of anyone. Sometimes things just happen. Nobody was prepared for a pandemic. So I don't blame anyone, just circumstances. And it was a little bit angry on that part with this. I say, guy, be grateful with this. Because of you got forget, now you're a bar owner. Otherwise, you're still being working for a company. So that's why I'm always say, when you lose, you win. I met Eric on a party. I said, I think this guy is not so nice, but we start getting friends little by little because we used to have a lot of friends together on common. We got drunk on an anniversary of Hanky Panky, and that's how the magic started. I used to be a brand ambassador, so in that moment I attacked Eric on the party. Hey, help me put a cocktail of Torres brands off the menu. So he gave me his phone. Next morning he said, hey, hello, how are you? I say, who are you? And you were calling me. I say, guy, come on. You were calling me, hey, brother, yeah, you're my friend. And next morning he forgot about everything.
Those party, we meet so many people.
Exactly.
We want to do business, but then it doesn't work.
Exactly.
Once out of 10.
So that's how I met Eric. Everything started. Eric got bankrupt. Pandemic start. He buy a ticket to fly back to Netherlands. The ticket got cancelled, so he got stuck in Mexico. And then the parents of Eric buy a ticket to him to go back to Amsterdam. And when he was there, I called him. When I was with Eric, he told me something that it made me in my head like this. What are you saying, Eric? He said that he felt like he was a failure in life. A failure, guy? You want a global Bacardi legacy, not only your country, global one. How many people can say this? Like 11 people in the world? Yeah, but I was thinking that at my age, I was going to become a bar owner. Say, you want to be a bar owner? And I want a guy with your talented. So I went with Marco saying, hey guy, I have an idea. Do you know why Paradiso works? Do you know why Dr. Serenity works? Because Giacomo is part of the ownership. And Antonio Naranjo is also a owner over there. They have a part of the business. So the more they work, the more they earn, and everyone's winning around. So I met a guy who is really talented. I think we can work with this guy. We can accomplish the list. Say, okay, Roddy, it sounds really nice. But we have met this Mexican guy for several years and he stole money from us. I will just make a question for you. How long have you met Eric? Like 3 months ago? Guy, for sure you are stupid. You want to give for free a percentage of the bar of a guy you just met? Yeah, but look, he's so handsome, so talented, so smart. He was not smart. He's smart, but he's not so funny guy. He's so angry in that moment.
He ticked the boxes. He ticked the boxes. He works from your vision.
Yeah.
Look, you had a vision that probably was different than what they had in mind. But then, looking back, you're like, certain things, it really clicked.
Exactly. There were things that I love from my business partners. I will say that I will choose them again, always. Eric used to be a superstar of basketball. So he got a scholarship and he left Netherlands to have a scholarship on the States. So he was working over there. What that means for me, I used to play soccer. So I know how to play on team. You know that the most important part is not you, it's the team, it's the match. So Eric is the one. Then he told me that he never has cheated to a girlfriend. I have do the same. So you are loyal. Other thing good for me. So there's small things that people, you never think, you need to understand what, when you're speaking, you say information from you. And people start catching that information. Eric said that and he got it. Marcos is the same. He never has cheated to his wife or his girlfriends. So for me, that's really valuable. That's how the society starts. So, okay, I have the okay for Marcos. So I have to convince the Dutch guy. Okay, I went with the Dutch guy. Say, guy, you remember you told me you were a failure in your life because you were expecting this from life? I have a proposal for you. Do you want to become a business partner from Handshake? Are you stupid? You're making a joke for me? I just told you I'm bankrupt. Of course, I have no money to invest. Please, don't call me again. Whoa, relax a little bit, guy. I'm just saying, I don't want any money from you. I want this. I want your talented. I want your talent. So, okay, Eric, in the call. And next morning, I receive a call from, hey, how are you? So nice and fun. What's going on with this guy? You saw me? No, Eric. Yeah, but I just make a little investigation about you. Maybe we can talk about it. Mm. So every time I was saying to her, how do we? He don't want to be part because speakers are always boring. It's always jazz music, always a strong cocktails. Eric, every time Eric was saying why not, I was convincing him why yes. Red Bull style.
Yeah, you see the half glass full at all time.
Exactly.
Of Santoni.
Exactly.
That's how you see it.
So I say, guy, why we have to make strong cocktails? Let's do our style. Why we have to play jazz music? We can play 80s music. We can play anything we want. It's our bar. Let's make cool things. So at the end, he got convinced by myself. I always make this joke. Remember, you want to be part of this? Now we are number one in the world. You are the best bartender of Tales of the Cocktails. We open several spots. We make a lot of consultancies. You're welcome, guy. I changed your life.
I like the way. But it's really beautiful because you saw a vision. And what you just said about Handshake, the fact that, you had the place where it was related to the previous partner and etc. And then you were like, we don't have a place where we can bartend.
Exactly.
We don't have a place where we can actually create experiences. This is the proof that a bar is not about the place, it's about the people. And the fact that you realize that, I think in your subconscious, is to scouting the best people you could ever have with the best value. And for you, there is certain things that for sure are really valuable. And you find it in Eric. And it's wonderful that you create this, I say melody, of, it's like Ludovico and Audi. You create a melody of people that, in some way they work together. And it's really beautiful. One more thing is when people say no, you find many more reasons to say yes.
I'm a brand ambassador, a storyteller.
That's why, when we were looking at you, I was like, this is he's a storyteller, this guy. He knows his thing. And no, is really, really impressive. And as well, the fact that the handshake, I guess, is really important, is really valuable, especially in certain part of the world, like Mexico or Mediterranean side. I think the word that you're putting out there, they're really important, and your hands is the most important. So that's a big thing. So now my question is, how the transition has been from the moment that now we got the team, the partner side is set because now we are stable. We know who is in and who is out. Now we need to go through how that switch and how that swing has been until today to become the best bar in the world.
That was crazy because we were not expecting to win the number one in the world. We were sponsored by Perrier, if I have to say it.
The best water for you.
I'm just joking because always we record something for 50 years, you need to say that part. Winning the number one in the world is sponsored by Perrier. So that's why I'm making this.
There is a lot of number one, you can say right now. It's the money shot.
So we weren't expecting that. We just want to be inside of the list. Number 50 will be great for us. I was saying choose well your partners. So in that moment, when Eric arrived to the company, it was really hard because Eric doesn't speak any Spanish and Marco doesn't speak any English. So I was the translator. I was the Google translator for both of them. And they're really explosive guys. So in some point, Marco's talk to these stupid guys, then he can go and fuck his mom because I know really hard things. I say, I cannot say this to Eric. So I say, what he can say about my mom? He cannot wait to meet your mom, coming here and have an asado with you.
You play perfectly to make it work.
Poker face. Yeah, he just say that. You say, fuck. I'm the worst one. So that's how everything started. Now they get Eric speak Spanish and Marco speak English. They don't need anymore. And it's really important how, as I was saying, choose well your partners. Your partners need to support something different to the business. So Marcos give us the administration part. If you leave us, Eric and myself, making administration, it won't work. I give everything for free because we're industry, we're friends. Come on, let's support each other. Eric will charge you for everything. No, I'm European. In Europe, everything has a price because you're working. Okay. And Marcos said, guys, let's have a balance. Then cocktails. Marcos and Fred were great serving glass of waters. Eric made great cocktails. So, and then Marcos and Eric are not like a people, and it's not. They don't like to be too much in touch with people. They they feel more comfortable making their job. And I love to be with people. I love to be talking, making stories, telling the story behind. So that's how everything started. And little by little, things start changing. So when we got nominated at 6 months after Eric arrived with us, we became number 25 in the world. We were also really lucky because there was pandemic. In Mexico was not a lockdown so strong that it was around the world. So a lot of foreigners come to Mexico to have a great time here, and they start going to Handshake. And at the beginning it was a little bit hard because it's a speakeasy, a small place. There's no windows, no open space. That was really hard. So when we come 25, we said, wow, what happened here? We haven't do anything. But because the place was not locked down, as what I was saying, sometimes when you lose, you win. That's how everything started happening there.
The door closed and
the window open.
And we like to jump out.
So
and
crazy.
on the way out, we build a plane to save ourselves.
So
That's how it
crazy.
is. What has been for you the key from number 25 to first? Has been any, let's call it marketing activation or anything that you would like to reveal that has been here? He made a big difference for us. The way how we embrace it, the way how we support it, the way how we treat it, because for sure, many people from the industry pass by to visit you, to be in this spot right now.
I think the secret to be inside of the list first, and then how we start climbing, we got really relaxed about it. When we opened the first country, we want to be inside, and we tried, and we were pushing the first year because then pandemic arrived, we had to close, and the partners things and that thing, and we don't have a real identity, so we don't know how to play the game. We don't know how to be inside, and we're copying everything of the bars we admire. So of course we were copying everything of Hanky Panky, we were copying everything about Liman Tour, 50 Meals. I was saying, how they made it? They have a soul. That's how they made it. They don't copy each other. But I mean, we're copying because we don't find our own identity. Then when Eric arrives here, say, you know, guys, I'm not interested in this. Let's make a cool bar, and that helps us also a lot because we're not worried about to win awards. We're just worried on having revenue of the bar because it was pandemic.
The priority and necessity is changed, and to be sustainable,
exactly,
to support the team. You know, I think like you are really spiritual, but really like you down to earth with people as well. You know that the priority is your team.
Exactly.
Probably your team come first, the renters come second, the taxman comes second, third, and then the rest is for you guys. You know, no, that's what I'm thinking, and I perceive it from you. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. We start thinking like a team. So it's really important, the guest, the team. So all of us has to win because sometimes the team is the last who wants something here. You don't take care about the guest over there, and the owner is the one who is winning, and I think that's not sustainable. So we were a little bit really relaxed about the world. We're not playing the game. We're just making a lot of pushing inside of Mexico. That's something that we love to we're still making a lot. We love to go inside of Mexico City, Mexico country. Why? Because I have seen it around the world. There's huge brands, huge bars that forget about his own country, and they don't go inside of the country. They only go outside. And we love to support Mexico inside of the country.
In which sense? Sorry, I didn't get it. So in the sense that you're supporting like
making guest ships inside of the country.
Oh, okay.
Because in that way,
bringing your own bar somewhere where it can be
Guadalajara, to Morelia, Tijuana. So in that way, they know how you make things. They learn from you something. Because you are maybe the bar who is traveling the most outside in Mexico, so you learn from something from Singapore, from Hong Kong, from London, and you use it from your bar, and they teach them how to make it, and the knowledge start growing around. So okay. I think it's more richer from all the country. That if you see it, usually the main capitals are the one who has the 50 bars inside. That's why, because they have the opportunity to travel and have the most foreigners inside of the country.
And how is the relationship that you and your team, or you and your partner have with the media?
We have a great relation, but
It
I-
just happened naturally.
it happened naturally. We never were looking for a partnership or something with media. I think just last year we just start working more with them. Like we make a call to them. Hey, come, we're going to launch the new menu. But before, never.
No,
We were more focused on the guest,
sure.
on the experience.
Well, it's your priority, like if the barrio says you're good, so the neighborhood says you're good, the country says you're good, the rest of the world will say you're good, like
It was a consequence after
it's a
that.
consequence. And uh yes, and this last part, how does it work for you, like when you launch the cocktail menu? Exactly, is one little thing is, first of all, the cocktail menu is developed by one person, or there is an ecosystem of people that collaborate? And then how do you put it out there? You give me the good feeling you are mastering your communication in every side. How do you start to put it out there with Handshake, and which advice maybe you will give it to people out there?
Okay, how we. First of all, just to finish the other idea is
Please.
do cool things with cool people and be yourself. So that's how we start growing inside of the list. Sometimes you start copying things that you don't feel comfortable because there's nothing you want, and you will try to achieve awards. It doesn't work because people can catch that. This guy wants something for me. He's not being honest with me. So then, when we start making the menu, there's a thing. All the people, all the guys of the team can make a drink, but they don't need to if they don't want to, because sometimes there are people they don't want to make drinks. They just love to make service. So it's all right. It's up to you. So you can grow as much as you want. So it's like open for them. You want to make a cocktail? To put it on side of the menu? Easy going. The way you can make it is you have to send an email. On the email you say, okay, research and development, and you send the idea of the code you want. Eric reply to the email, say, okay, good idea, bad idea, and then we will give you some hours inside of the lab, and we will buy all the stuff for you so you can train over there. Then present the drink for Eric. They make some tests over there, and Eric put the look and feel of Handshake, and then we can put it inside of the menu.
I see. So what is the manifesto of Handshake? What is the core? Because you said it needs to have the look and feel of
transparent drinks, clarified, a lot of techniques behind. That's the way we usually do.
serve it that it looks easy, but with
Exactly.
yeah, but with a lot of work behind the scene.
There's a joke that the guys make to Eric. We used to have a drink that was called wine. It was a fake wine. Say, Eric, why we do these things? We take that drink takes 32 hours to make it, and it tastes like a wine. It's easier to buy a wine than make 32 hours of work.
But in that case, it's just the narrative, right? It's
Yeah.
the narrative that is like, it's a wine, but it's not a wine.
Yeah, it's a funny story behind, no? It was
Storytelling.
vodka,
It's
gin. So it was really funny.
Do cool things with cool people. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. How do you manage exclusivity and consistency? And I'm saying this because there is many projects that you're operating right now, because whatever has been achieved with Handshake, he opened up so many opportunity for you, your partners, and your team. Maybe would you like to tell us a little bit what's going on, and
Yeah.
how do you manage?
Right
Sorry, how do you balance exclusivity and consistency?
Well, it's really hard. You need a hard team. Also, people always say me, how you achieve the awards of 50 best guys? There's a goal, but you have to convince the whole team that we can achieve the goal and where we're going, all of us together. So sometimes only the owners have that vision. But if the team doesn't have that vision, it doesn't work. And the best example I can show you is Luke Handshake. Eric is the one who is most time on the bar, but sometimes in some period of time he's outside of the bar. I'm usually out of the bar because I'm the guy who the storyteller around the world. So the guys who always make the service, who serve glassware over there, who shout bienvenidos, who throw bubbles to the guys, who make all the show.
That's what it is. That's what we like.
It's a team. So if you don't feel committed with the activity, it doesn't work. So first of all, you need the team be on the same goal you are going.
The culture.
The culture. Then in that way you can have consistency, because if something is wrong, remember it's not about the position, it's make the things well. So if a barback say me, hey, the drink is not okay, I will try it. It's right. So it doesn't matter who say it, it's the goal that we have to achieve. So all the people we have position, of course, but it doesn't matter who's saying it. It's really is the same importance. Is the barback saying or I'm saying it? All have like the same level of that part. And we don't have barback. We have only bartenders. So it doesn't matter which position you are. All of them are bartenders. So if there is a host, it's a bartender. If there's a waiter, it's a bartender. The barback is a bartender. So we're changing the position. Even though Eric, who is the business partner, sometimes he's the barback. So all the positions have a lot of respect.
There is not a hierarchy, but it's an ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem, exactly.
Can I say something that I think it will be really valuable? I interviewed to this day probably between 20 people from our industry.
Yes.
And I can say that out of that, probably 19 or maybe 18 have been answered that is an ecosystem. And I really love that. I've been a barback. I've been like, the barback that you want to hate it, like like back in the days, it wasn't like
he doesn't feel respected.
It doesn't feel respected. But now, this concept of not everybody does everything, but everybody respect everyone what they have to do. Everyone turn, they have a circle.
Yeah.
You can do anything. And back in the days, I think I was one of the few that it was like, I'm a bartender, but I like to be on the floor, because it's the communication that you bring it to your guest. You can open up opportunity to create the drinks that you want to make,
Exactly.
And that's super key. And I think that is really referring to many people that, they work in this industry and they work professionally, is to create an ecosystem. And I'm really pleased to hear that. I'm really pleased that the things are really changing. And this one, it led me to something.
Yeah.
Before this interview, you told me a few words that they really got my attention. I said like sustainability is something that is really keen to you. Every time I hear the word sustainability, sometimes I feel like nervous and anxious and thinking like,
Here we go.
we all get that feeling. We all get feeling,
Yeah.
It's not being a hipster and stop using straws that it makes you a sustainable bar person, human, and director. You said some keywords. Would you like to unfold what you've been saying to me and what it means for you, sustainability?
Sustainability has 3 pillars, because usually people only focus in one. So sustainability means 3 things: is economical, social, and ecological. Most of people usually always focus on, okay, I don't use straws, I make recycle, I stop using things. Yeah, great, you're making only one pillar of this.
Can I have the gun?
You can have the
Can I have the gun? What did you say? The ecological.
Ecological. Yeah, great.
Okay.
That's great, and I'm happy that people is making this. But how you treat your employees? Do you have 50% women and men? They have the same opportunities. How are your salaries behind? So things that happen on Handshake really different from Mexican industry. We pay insurance to them, a private insurance, because the Mexican insurance, the free one, is not good. So we are always worried about they have a high quality life with us. So, okay, we buy from our money that was revenue for us. Let's invest on our guys. Then they have 2 days of rest. So also I have 45 guys inside of the team. So I have a great rotation for the shift. So that's really good, because sometimes they can be resting on a Friday, Saturday, and they can see what is happening around the community industry. So they know around, what is happening around the community. Good. If we make an event, I ask money. I pay them the event. Usually, okay, you work for me. The event is for Handshake. I won't pay anything because I'm getting the money, and I pay you your salary normal. They know they're going to have extra money for that. Something wrong that happened in Mexico: the glassware. If you break the glassware or the client break the glassware, you have to pay 5% more or less of your
Salary,
your salary, the
service charge, tips.
service charge. Yeah, the tips. Thank you. So that's not nice. The guy, I haven't break anything. Why should I pay that part? So that's a bad thing that is happening in Mexico. So we don't charge that part for you, even though our glass was really expensive. You have seen it, but
We're gonna get there.
it's not nice for them. And then there's small things that like this. Also paying white and black. You know what's paying white and black? We pay to them on white. We pay everything on the bank. So it's better for them. Usually Mexico doesn't happen that part. So there's a lot of things that happen behind to be sustainable. We try to have 50% men's, women's. So they have the same opportunity. Our general manager is a woman right now. Before, our PR used to be a woman. Our chief of lab used to be a woman. Now are two guys over there. But we'll try to have like that balance. All of them travel inside and outside of the country. So how many bars you have seen that there's only one superstar? And the other ones are working hard, really hard all the time. They don't count over there. So we try to push all the time the whole team because we're a team. I always say, when I explain the football teams, we are the Barcelona. We play like a team. Yeah, we have a superstar that will be Messi, that will be Eric, and will be Pep Guardiola.
Grande.
That's why they look.
Grande Pepe Guardiola. We love Pepe Guardiola.
But we have the owner of the club, that is Marcos. So he has the last decision. But even though we have a Xavi, we have Puyol, we have great teams player over there. So we have to show it to the world. In that way, we push the Mexican community, and we make new figures inside of the community. That's the idea that we have on how Handshake start growing, and our idea of sustainability. Also, we buy to small providers, local providers, and we have small brands that we don't get any money from them. We have a beer handshake, gin handshake, tequila handshake, sotol handshake. I don't get any money from them. I just lend them to use the brand because they are able to many bars say, "Hey, hello, how are you? For sure, you have passed through this. I have this small brand. Nobody knows me. And why should I buy it to you?" So there's, could you have this contact? Please send me, because with the contact it's easier. You know, guy. Let's put the logo of Handshake, and when they ask you, why should I buy this tequila? Well, if you don't want it, I made the tequila for the best bar in the world.
Yes, I see.
That opened doors for them.
I see. This is for you is a big thing, like sustainable with the community.
Exactly.
And I like that, because all the time when you have a brand coming at your door, it's like, what's your budget?
Exactly. Why should I?
What's the budget behind?
Exactly.
And we should stop talking as corporate. We should stop talking corporate languages when we are just human that work with local, and that he will reevaluate everything, everything we do. And it's not just about the budget, it's not about the money, but it's the feeling you're giving.
Exactly.
You help them out in the moment that you will need. They will come with you, and they make you probably the best price. They will come closer to help you out. So I totally agree. And Handshake success, which other door opened up for you, your partner, and for your team?
Well, now, for example, we're the face of the campaign of at the States of 1800 tequila.
Just easy. Yeah, I'm the face.
Yeah, so funny. They come, and it's not Eric or myself. Like, for sure, in a different bar will happen that the superstar is the one who will be the face. Is Javier, Candy, and Brad, our general manager, and also our head bartenders. They become the face over there. And another thing I was forgetting about it, we have and we don't have a rotation of the team. We never lose faces. We always winning faces. And with the people who leave the company, they're building their own bars or become barons of something. So that's really great. And now Candy, Vampiro, and Javier, who are the oldest who are with us, that's the opportunity open to them. They become our partnership in a new opening we're having. We for free a part of the percentage of the new bar. That's a new opportunity for them because now we know how they work. We don't want to miss them, and we want inside the team, so we are growing together. So that's a great opportunity that they have also. And as a brand of Handshake, also the campaign of 1800 that we have on the stage right now, it appears Roland Garros. We were serving on Roland Garros. If you go to the Fulham of I was with a British woman last night and he was correcting me. It's Fulham.
Fulham, mate.
Fulham.
Fulham, geezer.
Fulham. And I was in Fulham. I think your English not so good. Sorry, Fulham. I hope I'm saying good.
Fulham, mate.
Fulham.
The Craven Cottage. The stadium, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It's great. The stadium is great.
It's the best. I've been there.
There's a Mexican player there, Raul Jimenez. So there was a small brand, and I was saying, guys, let's make cool things. And they told me, do you know we sponsored? Nobody opened the doors to them. We opened the door, and they come with a super cool idea. They sponsor the Fulham
football team.
Wow. Now we have a drink inside of the Fulham Stadium.
The Craven Cottage, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go and test it. I'm telling you right now, right now. I'm back in London the 27th. Next month, I will go and I will try. I will go to the VPR and I'm gonna video call you. Okay?
We have a deal. Please let me know how they're replying it.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's super cool. We make the Oscars. We make also.
Wow.
We start making super and cool things. That's the DNA of Handshake. Let's make different and cool things. And then Louis Vuitton arrived with us. They have Belmont Group, which is the hotel of Louis Vuitton. And now we're making drinks. They have hotels here, and they have Tunki by Handshake and Bambuco by Handshake. So the bars inside of the hotels of Louis Vuitton hotels are from Handshake.
Wow.
Now a cruise line princess arrived with us, and we're going to have drinks outside of there. So
wow.
It's a crazy thing that happened. But doing cool things with cool people. Because, those guys are really cool. They're making cool things. The Lamborghini launch here in Mexico, we launched it. So, crazy things I was not expecting in my life. Like, wow.
I noticed it that you arrived with the Lambos down here. I was like wondering. Like,
that was Uber.
and I was like, like.
I would love to, bro. I don't know how to put it on that thing for sure.
No, really cool, really cool. Now, we explain so many things and so many curious parts about the handshake. I've got to a point. What it will be your advice that you would like to share it with the next generation of bartender out there from the overall experience that you share with us on the table? What is really like, guys, just... And you continue.
I would say you never know who's looking for you. So sometimes being on Handshake is really hard because I check your Instagram, how you dress it, if you use an iron, I check everything for you. But you never know who's looking for you. So it's really important. I have a great opportunity in my life because I was a really different guy, like the common things, being on time, follow my word, making things different. That's why Marcos hired me. Or put me in, like a business partner for him. I hear what Eric was saying, and because of that, I hear the opportunity. How many times the brands arrive with you say, "Hey, how are you, Luca? I know you sell a lot of this spirit. I bring you this glassware, a Coca-Cola, the phone." I say, guy, I just want to say me, "Hi, how are you?" And that's it. But now that you say me, you're going to give me all of this. Okay, and I want this part. Learn to listen what people want, and then you offer things to them. So because if I hear about what Eric wants, I can offer something to him, and then everything exploded. So you don't never know who's watching to you. Sometimes when you lose, you win, and that will be the advice behind. Guys, work hard. People will see your work. Things are not easy. People want the price, but they don't want to pay the price.
It's hard. It's hard out here. It's hard. If you're a hustler, you need to go for it. I
And
believe
believe yourself. Sorry, I interrupt you. That's something really cultural that I always fighting with my guys. Um, and I would say, guys, come on, look the people from the States. They are feeling so proud, and nobody's enough to be arm to arm to them. And not like Mexicans that says, no, I'm so scared. I think I won't do it. I'm not enough to achieve the mission. And I remember there was one day I was at Singapore with Candy, and our general manager said, "Ah, you look with whom you're making a relationship with Simone. Are you nervous?" Rodrigo, I'm pissing myself. Say, because Simone is for me is the one of the best names inside of the community. But for sure, you never think about it. You need to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in yourself.
I totally agree with that. I couldn't say a different word. I always say follow your dream, whatever it is.
And
And
dreams can be changing. I want to be a football player. I couldn't make it. I want to be a reporter. I couldn't make it. Okay, doesn't matter.
there is a saying that is like, you can change the rules, but do not change the values.
Exactly.
And what you stand for is more important than actually like say yes to everything, you know, because
Choose your battles.
it's really really important. And I think this advice we should give it to politicians around the world. Because if I look how the thing's going, it's like
Now we got censored.
the government is keep changing, which is the value, and then the rules are stay the same. Like, it's completely different. It should be like the opposite, like change the rules, but anyway, different discussion on that. If there is a few more questions I've got in mind, but one is really personal. What is a fuel you, like what is actually spark every day to wake up and be who you are today?
uh, my grandma always told me that I have to be the best version of myself. So I always try to wake up and change the life of people who is around me. So you always see me like I was super happy and throwing bubbles and playing with people, because having a long face, everybody can make it for you. So if you see my Instagram thing, say, be nice anytime you can, and it says always is possible. It doesn't matter what happened. If you have a bad day, the people in front of you doesn't have the fault of that. So try to be nice with people. For me, that's the thing I have inside of myself. Um, that's the little God I have in my heart that say, okay, good morning, sunshine. Let's start making the cool things today. So that's the thing.
It's a duty. We need to
It's my
accomplish
duty.
it.
Complete duty, exactly.
I feel it, and I can feel, as for me has been like, to reach that level of maturity and deepness connection with yourself. As you said in the beginning, you had to go through really hard time, and it's your duty to find that kind of balance and show the positivity, because sadness is
Too easy to have it. Being happy is really hard, guys.
it is what it is. I think I'm on the closing to this, and my last feeling, actually the last thing that you said, it really got me. I have to be honest, it really got me. Like I really felt it, because you said your grandmother, and to me, like my grandmother is like the same thing. Is so wise. What I can tell you, there is one little thing is like what it means well for you. Like we've been speaking a lot about successful moments, dark moments, challenges. We didn't touch anything which was related to money. We saw things like more like opportunity, right? And the way how you speak about it. But obviously those things as well bring wealth, monetary wealth. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'll make your question is what it means wealth for you. In any way, you have, a white canvas.
You need to have a balance between the work and your personal life. Um, it doesn't matter that in some point the balance go a little bit like this or like this, but you need to have balance in some point. Right now, my balance is like this on the work, because it's the time, I think, is the time of taking the opportunities. But the wellness is having balance. It's not traveling 120 times on a year that it was last year for me. But when I see the results and I see my guys really happy and the things that are happening to them, that bring me wellness for me and bring the balance over there. Having more balance for me will having more time with my mom. That in some point she will pass away, and I have to spend the much time I can with her. With my niece, my sister. That is the most important part for me. My team and my family. That's the wellness for me.
I love what you're saying. It's so resigned with with me as well. Like family is so important,
It's important.
and there is moment in life like you to follow your dream. Like you need to put things on the side,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it's not easy to understand for whoever is out there. And you need to just be faithful, not hopeful. Like you need to be faithful that everything will work out. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Family is really important. What can I say to you? I think we unfold quite a lot with you today. What do you think?
A little bit.
I think it's been really like really intimate, and as we said, we jump from different point of view. We talk about the handshake that you put together. Is there anything from your side that maybe you want to share a news or something that it will be valuable for people out there, a statement or something that you feel really attached, that it will be something that you really believe in, on the top of whatever you said, that is really important?
I think it's really important to think like a group, and it's not only your bar. You need to think as a community, and the community is not only the other bars, it's the providers, and it's not only the providers, it's also the guests. And then the guests go growing and growing. It's not the guest, it's your country. Remember, you're a team, but the team is not only your bar. We are Mexican team. So when people come from Mexico and ask me for something, I say, guys, of course, we're a team. I say, what, we're a team? What do you mean? Yeah, we're a Mexican team. I just was speaking with Jorge Vallejo, who won the number 3 in the world of 50 restaurants. And he wanted to achieve number 1. Guy, let me know, how can I help you? We're a team. Even though he's from a different area, I don't care. He's still in Mexico. And then out of the country, guys, we are the industry. So how we can grow together? Why does the chef have great salaries, great opportunities, and the bartenders doesn't?
I see it. Mexico and la piel. This is it. I love it for your country. Well, thank you very much for taking your time to share all those valuable insights. And I would like everybody to have the opportunity to jump on the channel, look at the podcast, subscribe, and please comment below and let us know what it will be the next personality that would you like to see it on.